Yeah.
What are the numbers in Singapore?
I think there's 6 deaths. And
Okay.
infected, I'm not sure how many.
I think it's over 1,000 now. I think maybe. I don't know. Not so sure.
Infected?
Yeah.
Six deaths. That's bad than Kenya. Kenya, we have now 2 deaths.
Oh, that's not too bad. But I always say, like, I'm thinking like Singapore is 6 out of like what, 6 million. That's still that's not a bad rate.
Yeah, man, dude, Singapore
I
is
mean,
handling
if
quite
you need
well.
a week without Corona, 6 people will probably die anyway of old age or something.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah,
In Kenya, we have 2 deaths of corona related, and then 200 HIV and AIDS.
Right.
Only 200, bro? You sure?
200 per minute.
Oh, man.
No, man. Like maybe HIV does not really kill people back home right now. Like AIDS is, people have, it's good. It's better than Corona still.
Hell no, bro. Hell fucking no.
As long as
I'm pretty sure if you ask 10 people on the street, like, would you rather get Corona or AIDS?
Yeah, man.
No, people will definitely choose Corona because you don't get it through having sex with many people, and people are embarrassed of having other people knowing that you are promiscuous. That's the only stigma. But otherwise, I'd rather have AIDS than Corona.
What are you talking about, bro? This is the whiskey talking, bro.
Especially because you know, they say Corona might not affect health. For most people with a decent immune system, you can probably just have Corona and not die. You know?
Yeah.
AIDS is a different story. Like,
it's a death sentence.
No, it's not. I know people who have lived 25 years with AIDS, and they even have children who are HIV negative.
It might not be their children, like that's probably.
As long as you go jogging, take your ARVs, eat an apple a day, and
you see, I can't do that. That's too many things.
What about Corona? You'll just die.
No, dude, Corona.
You get a fever, and sometimes you survive. Sometimes you don't even get the fever, man.
Yeah.
Corona, you're just gone, man. You don't need to exercise or eat fruits. You're just gone.
I'm pretty sure people are saying you still need to exercise and eat fruits for your immune system to defend
it's like I have African American friends who say, man, I can't go back to Africa, man. Nigga gonna die of AIDS, man. I'm like, between AIDS and being shot by the police.
Oh yeah.
Which one would you prefer,
Yeah, that's different.
If you have AIDS, at least you'll have a time to write your will and say goodbye to your friends and shit. You know what I mean?
I got like 10 years, man, but with shot, I die immediately, right?
You have 10 years. You have 10.
Yeah,
apples and oranges.
You have 10 years if you are not doing shit. But if you are jogging and exercising and eating broccoli in the morning and shit, you have at least 30, man. I'm telling you, you're gonna live longer than someone like Cristopher here who doesn't eat broccoli. Listen, AIDS is just your immune system becomes weak. That's the only thing.
Bro, is that what your education system tells you, bro? What the fuck?
No, that's the reality. I think I'm more educated because
we write the syllabus in Kenya because too many people.
Yeah, like what?
To make them feel better. You know what?
It's because I have lived through it. Maybe I have AIDS. I don't know, but AIDS is not a death sentence anymore. With technology, as long as you take your ARVs, eat broccoli in the morning.
What's with your broccoli in the morning, bro?
It's healthy.
Eat pamphlet. He's like, eat your broccoli, don't get it.
Eat your broccoli in the morning. You can have sex without condom as long as you will commit to eat broccoli in the morning and kale juice before going to bed.
In Kenyan supermarkets, is there a section that just goes like AIDS foods? Just full of broccoli and shit. Here are your AIDS foods.
Definitely, because
Oh man, bro,
I'm telling you, as long you just have to eat healthy, stop drinking
you've been saying
too
that
much, and just eat healthy, and you're fine, man. People are so scared of
It sounds
AIDS,
like the
man.
first meeting of like a AIDS anonymous group.
Yeah.
Man. Like, what you do? Here's the pamphlet. I got some doctors. Don't forget, get some sun, the vitamin D. That's the most important one.
I'm telling you, if AIDS was being transmitted by any other means apart from sex, people would not be ashamed. People are just ashamed because it involves penetration. That's the only reason why people are ashamed and scared of AIDS.
Ashamed.
Yeah, nowadays nobody cares no more, bro. About like
You guys, I'm talking to two people who are so scared of AIDS. Two people who are like, I'd rather be shot. Yeah, I'd rather be shot instead of having AIDS.
We didn't say we'd rather be shot. We said we'd rather get AIDS because shot, you die immediately. AIDS, you die maybe 10 years later, bro.
No, I said I'd rather get corona than AIDS because you can have corona and survive and pretty much no difference in your life.
But the chances of you surviving corona compared to the chances of you surviving AIDS, which ones are higher?
No, but you see, there are thousands of people infected in Singapore, but 6 deaths only so far. So the odds are not that high.
Bro, I'm beginning to question your education system, bro.
Okay, no, listen.
Health education sucks. Mathematics sucks too. What the fuck is going on here?
How many people in Singapore have AIDS? But you haven't seen them. You haven't seen them on TV. Be like, we cannot breathe. Don't be careful about this corona. I cannot breathe. Stay at home. AIDS does not require you to stay at home. Go anywhere you want. Dance. You can kiss people. You can hug people. But corona, no high five. No high five with corona. No high fucking five. What do you mean? You see my point? AIDS, you cannot even see. With corona, you cannot even see your family if you've been to Italy. But I can go to Italy with AIDS and come and kiss my mom.
He left.
He left.
Halfway in that actually speech. He's gone.
Dude, what is?
He's back.
You get my point?
Evans, we have no idea. Dude.
You get my point.
But I understand what you're saying. Corona's effect on the society is worse than AIDS. But personally, I feel I would rather have corona than AIDS.
I'm with Collin on this.
Why are you Singaporeans choosing the worst option on the table?
How is that the worst option? That's my question, bro.
Listen. Have you ever had a government lockdown caused by AIDS?
Oh, I mean, if it was spread through the air, I'm sure.
No, we are not discussing transmission. We are discussing which one is worse.
Okay,
Have you ever had the government lockdown caused by AIDS?
I agree for sure. Everything's closed. But worse on your
look at us. Look at us now. We are here on Zoom. We are here on Zoom discussing AIDS and corona because of corona. We are not here because of AIDS. AIDS has been with us for all these years. We have never discussed on Zoom. Collin, I saw you 2 years ago. The last time I saw you, we have never caught up like this apart from a message here and there. But look at what corona done to us. We are like, man, I might die tomorrow. I need someone to write a good message on my Facebook wall. Let me have a Zoom communication whatever with Collin and Hayatt because we might.
I agree with you on that side. Where worse on society, sure. But like if somebody was like, okay, they came to my house, to my front door, knocked, and I was like, I'm gonna give you AIDS or corona. You know, I will go. In my mind, maybe I'm wrong in my imaging, but
Collin, you're not wrong. Collin, you're not wrong.
Yes, not maybe. You are wrong,
like
Collin.
Tree cancer. You know, that's what I'm thinking about.
Collin, you ain't wrong, bro. I'm with you on this.
AIDS. Listen, Collin. Collin, listen to me. AIDS has some medication that can help you live a normal life.
It's expensive as hell, though. You can't afford that medication, bro.
If it's expensive, move to Africa. It's free. Free of charge in all government clinics. You get your ARVs. Free of charge. Look at Charlie Sheen. Charlie Sheen has lived with AIDS for all these years.
Yeah, but what about all the
Imagine.
poor people of AIDS? You never hear
No,
about
no, no.
them.
What about
Yeah.
the people in Italy? More than 10,000 people are already dead in a week,
Oh, that's 'cause they
Dude,
really
in a
don't
month
wash their hands.
because of Corona.
bro, I'm
You see
pretty
the
sure in the
difference?
history of AIDS, more people in Italy have died of that than
Compared to
Corona.
Corona,
Yes, bruh.
but at least they were prepared to die.
No, they weren't. They didn't. Dude, what the
They were prepared to say goodbye. You get my point?
no.
I don't know. I think if like my family members suddenly was dying of AIDS, I wouldn't be able to face them. You know, I would be like, you know what? I'll message you goodbye. That's it. I'll WhatsApp them.
Collin, let me tell you something. If AIDS was airborne, people wouldn't be ashamed of it. People are just ashamed of AIDS because there's a perception. Listen. People are just ashamed of AIDS because there's a perception that if you have AIDS, you've been promiscuous and you've been having unprotected sex with so many people. That's the perception, and that's why people are scared of AIDS. But people can get AIDS through blood transmission. You can get an accident and go to the hospital, and then who's the blood donor? Hayatt Shah, who's HIV positive, and then you end up having AIDS. That does not mean that you had sex with multiple partners without protection. You know, sometimes you can use protection, but because it's rough, it explodes and you get AIDS. And then what happens? People will judge the society. The society will judge you. The society will call you promiscuous. You will be stigmatized. You'll be called irresponsible. You'll be called a crazy person.
But bro, now even with coronavirus, some people get it. People say they're irresponsible too for still going out and shit, bro. It's the same thing.
No. But people are not scared of. People are not scared of saying, "Hey, I contracted corona last week and blah blah blah."
Okay, Collin, go.
Because I'm thinking that sounds like the stigma of the disease. How bad is the disease really? You know, I just in my image, I imagine that AIDS is like worse. Like it's the difference between a cough and a fever. You know, fever always seems like you're more sick, which is actually a worse corona AIDS.
What's the difference between a cough and a fever? I'm from Africa. They're all the same to me.
I feel like it's worse, right? One should be worse. Because you've coughed so much, now you've heated up your brain. That's what happens.
I think a fever is just a cough that has gone to university.
So AIDS is just corona with a bad rap. That's what we come to a conclusion.
I'm telling you, the PR for AIDS just did not do a good work.
If anything, corona is AIDS light. That's what we're saying. Not even as bad as AIDS.
Yeah,
but again, if I'm told to choose between AIDS and corona, I'm gonna choose AIDS. Do you know why?
For real?
Because yes, there are ways around it. Yes, there are, and I'm okay. You know, you guys have corona and you guys are dead. This is the last conversation.
No, God damn,
you're gonna
dude.
die.
Why do you think that everyone with corona dies?
Corona and be talking to you guys right now. That's what Boris Johnson did or something.
Yeah, Boris Johnson has corona, bro.
Yeah, he's dead. He's gone. There's gonna be an election in the UK in the next 6 weeks or so. I'm telling you. I don't know. Listen, how stupid is this disease? If I say hi to you, you are infected. How stupid, man! If I speak to you, you are infected. But can you imagine AIDS? I have to convince you and take you to a room and be naked with you and have sex with you without protection, and then I have to convince another 1 million people to have sex without protection for them to get it or for me to get it. How stupid is corona, man? Corona is a very shameless, stupid, and I'm so embarrassed to live in a generation that allows corona to be a better disease than AIDS. I'm so embarrassed. I'm so ashamed.
I don't know if better disease is the right way to say it.
Dude.
I'm so ashamed of this generation for holding corona to a higher pedestal compared to our old good friend that we can live with and take care of.
So you're just more familiar with AIDS, and Corona's a new guy on the block.
Yeah, bro.
And you're just like, I don't like those types coming in my neighborhood. That's why.
Listen, AIDS is everywhere, right? Corona is everywhere. How long did it take AIDS to reach everywhere? Years and years. There are some places even now the AIDS is very low. Look at Corona. Within a month, within 1 month, just 1 month. It's even in Yemen, my friend. Yemen. There's Corona in Yemen, man. And then you're gonna sit there and tell me Corona is better than AIDS.
Okay, the only way to solve this debate actually in practical sense, if we had hypothetically 2 exact same worlds and we give everybody on this one world Corona, everybody on this one world AIDS, and we see which one dies more.
The human race will be done, bro, with AIDS. Human race will be done. Game over.
But it's not. But if Corona goes on for 1 more year, just 1 more year, this Corona, these jokes, we will be telling these jokes either in heaven or hell. I'm telling you. All of us will be gone.
They said, I think the mortality rate or fatality rate is like 2% or something.
What about AIDS? What about AIDS?
Dude, if you got AIDS and no medication, it's 100%, bro.
Oh, yeah, it's because it's the different situation. I don't know how many people would die of AIDS. Just all of them? Would they all die of AIDS?
How long will it take you to die of AIDS?
10 years,
I don't
11, I don't know.
It depends on your resources, I guess. How much broccoli do I have?
Exactly. Exactly. And you look, at least you have broccoli to fall back on. What about Corona? No amount of broccoli will help you overcome Corona. You know what I mean?
They are saying broccoli helps you. It's the immune system, man.
They're like, wash your hands. What the fuck, man? It does not make sense.
That's
Guys,
human advice.
No, I'm telling you the truth.
Oh, man.
If I'm to choose between AIDS and Corona, man, I'm gonna be like, give me the highest grade of AIDS, man. Give me
Highest
that.
grade. You don't just want
because
the grade.
exactly, because another advantage of AIDS, at least
Another
when you
advantage
get it,
of AIDS.
yes. At least when you get it, you are getting it with pleasure. Huh? You are having sex. You are feeling good when you're. Look at Corona. You go on the train and touch a surface, and now you are Corona positive. What the fuck? What the hell is that?
Yo, Collin, give up on this lah. Cannot.
Yeah, okay.
You see my point?
We have different favorite diseases.
Look, listen.
I'm not gonna
If you
defend Corona anymore.
if you see someone who's HIV positive, the 99%, there's a high chance that guy has had a time of his life. He has gone to Bora Bora and had threesomes. He has had sex with Chinese, Japanese, Africans, Brazilians, and Asians. You know what I mean? Chinese and Asians, you know?
How you like Chinese, Japanese, and Asians?
Yes. But if you see someone,
different.
if you see someone dying of Corona, what mistake did they do in life? They said hi to Hayatt Shah. That's how it is.
They shook your hand, man.
Can you imagine? How can that be a death sentence? Just shaking somebody's hand? Not even touching, sometimes they're saying, like when you talk, like there's speech that comes from your mouth, I don't know, it goes for how many meters. Like, how can that be a death sentence? That compared to having multiple unprotected sexual relationships with different people.
That's an irresponsible AIDS.
But at least you've earned it.
Like you don't have AIDS and then have multiple unprotected sex.
You could just have one, bro.
You tell them. Unless you're in an AIDS support group and everybody.
My point is this. For you to get AIDS, you have to work so hard to be punished for your mistakes. But for Corona, you get punished for being a human being, just waking up and breathing in.
But dude, the punishment is not even what, bro. The punishment for Corona is maybe a mild cough.
Is it?
Could be.
It could be if your immune system is healthy.
Yeah.
You could have Corona and not even have any symptoms. But before, I feel like we should end off on the Corona thing soon.
Yeah.
But last anecdote I wanna point out.
Yeah. Let's
I watched
conclude
about this
this.
guy who's like a roadside fruit cutter, and he had AIDS, and he was holding pineapples or cutting pineapples or something. And you know how pineapples sometimes you cut some of his blood onto a pineapple, gave a random your AIDS.
No, you cannot get it through that.
Yes, you can.
No, you
blood.
can. Unless you cut your finger and put it on the pineapple like this for like 2 hours, and the whole pineapple turns red.
I don't know how fresh his AIDS was. Like, I mean,
maybe as fresh as
it
your
doesn't
broccoli,
matter.
bro. Nobody knows.
No,
maybe he actually cut it and he just like licked my finger.
exactly. That's different.
Oh shit. He was like, we're not talking about AIDS anymore. I'm out.
Yo, man, this dude. Oh, man.
Yeah, there you go again. I'm back.
Hi, man.